What's up, guys? Um, Back again. So, as usual, NXT reviews every week. It's me doing them alone because my co-host likes NXT, just doesn't really follow it. I'm back. This is NXT July 7th. I know the last couple of weeks I've been trying to record the same night of NXT, like I've been trying to record the same night of the show. But this time I just couldn't. It was just a long day at work. I was just really tired, so I'm recording this one. I'm recording this one the next morning, July 8th, Wednesday. But this is a pretty big show. There was two huge Fatal 4 number one contender matches. One for the Women's North America title for Zarya, and the other one for the tag titles for a Vanity Project. But other than that, it's a pretty standard show. As always, it was good though. NXT is always good. But yeah, that's really my quick intro. Nothing really to say here. Oh, one thing I will say though, I'm a Sami Zaniac. Give Sami some justice. I know some people aren't fans of him. But I'm sorry. And I love CM Punk. This is coming from a CM Punk fan who's happy he's champion. Happy he won it. Just wasn't the right time. This is some extra additional thoughts I have after our Raw review. I wanted to get out there really quick before we start. I know this is NXT. I want to get this out of the way. I just want to get this out. I wanted to get this out of my mouth quick. Um, as a Punk fan, they screwed Sammy over. I feel bad for the man. I saw the video of him crashing out, him crying on his knees. I just feel so bad for the man. Like, what, they did him dirty. That's all I wanted to say. Anyway, with that being said, enough about Raw. Let's go talk about NXT. Okay, first thing, we start with a promo actually. Callie Armstrong, which by the way, guys, I'm very high on her. I watched her on Evolve, former Evolve Women's Champion, the first ever one actually. She's really good. I'm high on her. She's finally on NXT now. So the show opens with her, comes in the ring with a mic. She says they don't call her the difference maker for nothing, and last week was crazy. She watched Great American Bash and saw Kendall Gray win the NXT Women's Championship and saw everyone talk about how much she deserves it. But the only thing on her mind was, the only thing in her mind was there's my target. But can you blame her? She got people talking and got some appreciation the only way she could. She's heard it all in the locker room. Chicks crying about not getting opportunities, other chicks getting them and they blow it, but she makes her own opportunities. As soon as she flipped on Kendall Gray, nobody was talking about the new champion. It was all about Callie Armstrong. Actually, keep it 100. It's not a matter of if Callie runs this women's division. It's a matter of when. And she's ready to get that title. And she don't care if it's Kendall Gray or Nattie Neidhart because she's got something for both of them ragged. Ragged? Sorry, guys, started there. She's got something for both of them regardless. And then Lola Vice comes out. She enters. Lola tells Callie to shut her mouth and show her roll, to slow her roll. Just because she jumped Kendall doesn't mean she did something and she's up next. In Lola's eyes, that doesn't make her a difference maker. It makes her impatient and further. Lola Vice hasn't gotten her rematch yet. She doesn't care who wins the title match later tonight. She's getting her title back anyway. Callie tells her, slow your horses. This isn't about Lola. It's about her being next in line for a title match. Then Kelani Jordan enters. Kelani asks, are they both serious? Lola lost the bash, and Callie attacked Kendall from behind because she couldn't get a title match attacking her to her face. Last week, Kelani did what you're supposed to do, and she beat Tatum Paxley and earned an opportunity. But all anyone wants to talk about is poor Tatum Paxley. She feels like a broken record because she is, and the conversation for next challenger for the title revolves around her. Then Lola and Culling get into a little fight, but comes off the ropes and gets them both to a double lariat, and Callie stands tall in the brawl, which was pretty cool. Now we go to the next match, which I don't have all the teams for from the communications. I apologize. So I'm just going to talk through this one. It was a fatal four-way tag team match, and it was number one contender. It was a fatal four-way number one contender NXT Tag Team Championship tag match. So the teams to be exact, it was the BirthRight, Stacks, and Uriah Connors. The rest of the faction at ringside. Darkstate, Cutler, James, and Osiris Griffin. Uh, Sean Legacy and Dorian Van Dux, and OTM, Bronco, Nima, and Lucien Price. This was really good. Banger match, actually. I really enjoyed this. Um, well, not really much to talk about. It was just really good. Actually, there was something to talk about toward the end. What was it? Oh yeah, Saquon Sugars. He's still feeding up Darkstate and Dion Lennox. Saquon and Sugars comes in the crowd. Dion's there. And they basically start brawling in the crowd. That was pretty cool. So their feud's not over yet, even though Saquon won the last match. Dion did attack him after a Great America Bash. So they're still feuding. Looks like a rematch is coming. But because of that distraction, Sean Legacy and Dorian Van Dux get the win, actually. With Sean Legacy pinning Uriah, making them the normal contenders for the NXT Tag Team Championship, which that title match will happen next week on NXT. And that was that. Then we get a video pre-tape promo from Jada Parker where she admits that Nattie got in her head and made her tap, but the experience gave her clarity, and she knows she needs to be herself, not what Nattie wants her to be. Then we see Saquon Sugars being interviewed backstage. He says he learned his lesson from Darkstate, attacking him before, and he's playing chess while they play Hungry Hippos, and he got in their head and cost them their match tonight. He got in their head. This whole Darkstate situation ain't over, and he's gonna have to shake hands and kiss some babies and try to find himself some allies backstage after a year of making enemies in the locker room. But he's up next, and Darkstate are up never, and he'll get it done. That was a pretty cool line. But with that, now we go to our next match.
We're live and underway with
Alright, this is our second match tonight now. So those who don't know, Griffin and Nattie pretty much be a kind of tank. We put Hank through a table and wrote Hank off TV for a line group, so Hank's been on the phone. So it's back. So tonight, but Hank is not on the show at all, not ringside. So the match is Hank Lucky versus Kendal. Kendal Carver, they've been building, yeah, he took some losses recently, but other than that, he's been pushed up pretty far on the card, which I'm happy about. He's really good. Really good monster heel. This match is also really good, and thankfully, Kendal Carver did get the win this time. He won with himself. That was it. It's all stuff. Then, we get a pre-tape video packet from Naraku where he says he's not done with Tony D'Angelo in the NXT Championship. He will punish him and break his spirit and become NXT Champion. He will beat Tony D for that time. Then we see Tate Wilder and Cam Hendrickson and Tanner from rehab. They're watching the video. Tate talks a big game. Cam says he's going to get queued up, and then once he's 100%, Mason Rook is cooked. Then Mason Rook comes in and asks Hendrick why he's telling everybody he put him on the shelf, and Cam begs off and runs away, pretty much. Then we get Nattie backstage with her new little faction. Petrovic, Layla Diggs, and Evolve Women's Champion Kelani. Nattie gives Layla a pep talk ahead of her match tonight and says she wants the girls out for tonight. Layla says she's going to do on her own leads. Nattie says he and Cheese are there to take it at him. But asks Makita and Carmen if they're going to be ringside for her match tonight, and of course they agree.
And that canceled out Ledger's offense.
That was pretty I think I can spectate one this time.
This fatal four-way match is now underway as we hear the bell. This should be a fiercely contested match.
I don't have Lizzie Lane. I saw spawns on the Queen of Crates and she's not in there yet. No one's created her. But here if we are in the game, I was thinking like this audio. So I said Lizzie, I just put the fourth person on the ring, and that's what we got. It's a really fun match. Really good. And they actually gave Lizzie, sorry. I thought he was going to. I thought he was going to. And interacting with Lola. They actually gave the upset win to Layla Diggs, which I actually don't mind. She looked really good in this match. She impressed me. Thea Hell's really good too, but begs the questions. Versus Chase Hugh, which has not been used really at all. What are they doing with Thea Hell? Yeah, she had North Market Tower ring for like a week. Like, she's really good, and I don't know why they don't use her like they used to. Yeah. So, Layla Diggs does win the match with a diving moonsault on Thea Hell. Great moonsault, by the way. She's got a really good moonsault. Which makes Layla Diggs the normal contender for Arianna, one of Market Tower, which just at the tag titles, that match will happen next week. You know, go high school video for Mystery Woman, who talked to him happy last week. Nikki Blackhawk from Indy. She has a new name now. She is now Rena Volcan. And I like that. It's a cool name. She says, it might be any one of your favorites next week, just like You know, and she hits like thunder and earthquakes and echoes of that. I like it. Back in commercial, we get some hype for the NXT Heatwave Triple H. The NXT Heatwave's happening this month, and the same night on the Triple H show back to back.
And meanwhile, Thea hail.
Now we go to the next one. Okay, next thing. So it's not a match. Next we get Tavion Heights coming out for a promo. Gets a mic. He says he wasn't coming out here. He wasn't going to come out here, but he was sitting backstage thinking about all the things he said before the American Bash. And he has to admit, he's been a bad brother. He knows he can be cocky and arrogant, but it's only because he knows what it takes. And as a former Olympian, he felt like he was the baddest man in any room, and NXT humbled him. So when he saw Miles Bourne, the North American champion, his good friend, having all the success, he got jealous and imagined himself forgotten, his biggest fear. And he let that fear blind him, so he came out here tonight to apologize to Miles, man to man. Then the Vanity Project entered. Jackson Drake demands an apology first because Tavion screwed him over a few weeks ago. Then also the rest of the Vanity Project's out there. Mika Lockwood, the NXT Tag Champions, Brad Baylor, Ricky Smokes, they're all there. Brad Baylor demands Robert Stone apologize to Dorian Van Dux and Sean Legacy for letting them think they stand a chance against the champions. Which, by the way, Robert Stone was not on the show because he just gave him a week off. I know the show was taped. It was for July 4th. Robert Stone, I don't know. He just wasn't on the show. Anyway, Vanity Project in the ring. Jackson Drake makes fun of Tavion for fumbling the bag after Miles set him up for a title match, and he might need help getting back to the top because his biggest victory was a fluke. Everyone and their mother knows Tavion wouldn't have beaten him without Miles' help. Tavion says he can have a rematch whenever he wants, and the result will be the same because he's the peak performer, a weapon in human form. And then Tavion starts beating up Jackson Drake, but the Vanity Project overwhelm him. Then Miles Bourne runs out to save his buddy, and he helps Tavion beat them up, and Miles and Tavion hug in the ring, and they're cool again. Best friends. Fun to see. That was that. Then we get Noam Dar and Romeo and Marino backstage when Dorian and Dux and Sean Legacy come in. Romeo and Noam congratulate them, and Romeo says they just started teaming and they're already one match away from champions, but Noam tells him Sean and Dorian have known each other for so long, they know what each other is thinking. Romeo tries and fails to read Noam's mind, and Sean Legacy chimes in agreeing. It took a lot of time to build their chemistry. Dorian and Sean talk about being tag champions, each man put his name first, with Van Dux blaming his poor English as they walk away. He's fine. He's not that bad. That was that. Now we'll go to our next match.
Here's the bell, and we're set to go with Superstar.
Versus Niko. Not know last week. He betrayed Sean Spears to come out. This match was solid, and the Angels comes out. He's still getting a chat. Just the Angels steal the Stylish teeth, which distracts him enough for Niko Vance to get the
submission locked in tight. He's got to find a way out of this.
Then after the match, Sean Spears lays Niko Vance off the chair, and Sean just stares at the game down. And
lifting them up, relative ease.
Then we get some
discus punch.
We get some commentary next week's two title matches, and that's it.
Get some control in there, taking the easy way. Bell rings and the NXT Women's title will be the prize of this contest.
Since its introduction, the NXT Women's title
NXT Women's Champion and the greatest for first defense.
Championship on the line.
Here in the main event.
Red found in 2 count.
I'm not a huge fan of the game. I think he's great.
Hold on a second. Could be a matter of time. Submission.
Solid match.
Got the arm and is testing its
And the great,
tensile
she's very good, and she did retain. She finished not even retain part. Stipples died. And and for the match though, Jada Parker comes down for all the prominent receiver. He talks about and she just said, "Now I'm not finished with you." Then we get Lola Vice, Armstrong, and Ryan Jordan coming out all staring down.
set up in the corner.
Solid stuff. I got no news for you guys. That's really it. I'm sorry, there's no news right now. That's all. So I'll see you guys this Friday on SmackDown. But go ahead. Peace.